I'll go from something unbelievably beautiful to the painful experience of going to the dentist. How about that? Current Notre Dame student who's very impressive in his own right, Jonathan Plas, started his own company, Anthropin Bioinformatics, I think I got that right, which provides testing for dental unit water lines to screen for bacteria colonies. Oh, and I should mention, he's only a freshman here at Notre Dame. Jonathan, great to have you here. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so waterline bacteria, what are we talking about here? Everybody's been to the dentist, and I think we've seen one of these things that's in your hand. Why don't you talk about that?
All right, so a couple years ago, the ADA started putting out these articles recommending that dentists...
American Dental Association.
That's it.
Okay.
Started putting out these articles recommending that dentists perform heterotrophic plate tests of water from their dental unit water lines.
So this is the thing that squirts water in a patient's mouth?
That's right.
Rinse?
That's
okay.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
And so inside of these things, and dentists tend to be very good about this, biofilms can develop if they're not shocked right with stuff like bleach to keep bacteria from developing within these lines. And so in order to make sure that there aren't any bacteria or in a significant quantity, we perform this test where dentists will squirt the water into one of these vials.
Sort of like Ancestry.com.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's exactly like that.
Yeah.
And then, screw it up and ship it back to our lab where we perform the test.
So you get the little test tube?
I get the little test tube, and I pipette the water out, put it on a plate, and that's the test.
And what information then goes back to the dentist? Is it a bacteria count?
That's exactly it, yeah. So the measurement is colony-forming units, and dentists want to have below a certain number. The bar is set pretty well. It's pretty rigorous. Dentists want to have below a certain number of colony-forming units show up.
And so basically, they know if it's above that number, then they need to bleach the line.
Replace it, stuff like that. Exactly.
Okay. And how in the world did you come up with this idea? I mean, I understand your mom is a dentist.
That's exactly right.
But who's got the entrepreneurial strike? And
that was crucial. Well, she did open her own practice, so that's huge. And in fact, I use the basement below that practice to run the lab right now. So I trained my sister to, plate the samples.
How old's your sister?
She's, I think, 17 right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's back in Cincinnati running or plating the samples, and I'm here at Notre Dame running the company, talking with my friends about marketing, stuff like that.
Exactly. Now, and as I understand, you are trying to move the lab from Cincinnati, where she is, to here.
That's exactly
how are you
right.
doing that?
Yeah, so right now we're pretty, capacity constrained. I can only do so much of the company while I'm a student here at Notre Dame, and the same thing goes for her in high school. So what I'm planning to do is work with my dorm's rector. I'm in Duncan Hall. And a couple days ago, actually, I started talking to him about the company, and he found me a space in Duncan's storage space. And he showed me like this outlet, and he was like, Jonathan, can you plug your incubator in here? And I said yes. And so starting sophomore year, that's exactly the plan. I'm going to try and hire all my bio major friends and get them to come over to Duncan and spend some time plating samples. And that way we can scale the company.
That's great, Jonathan. I'll tell you what, this is an interesting story. It's amazing. You're only a freshman and you're doing all that. I have to tell you that we've been growing bacteria in dorms for a long time, but this is one of the most useful purposes that I've found for that so far. So we appreciate you being here today. Thanks so much for being on the program, and good luck with that venture. Incredible. Only a freshman.